Kendra, thanks. We'll see you back here in a couple of minutes. New at 10, a newly proposed law in the South Carolina State House would make it a criminal offense for your employer or anyone to ask you about your vaccination status. Well, tonight we spoke to one upstate lawmaker who co-sponsored this bill and with an employment and labor law attorney who says, well, this could have far-reaching effects.
Fox Carolina's Matt Koufax joins us live in our newsroom to break it all down for us.
Well, Cody, Tori, just to be clear, even just asking if someone is vaccinated could be considered a misdemeanor under this proposed law. It's something those who are for it are calling a, quote, don't ask bill.
Government has no place in telling you or making you take the vaccine or threatening your livelihood if you don't.
House Bill 4848 is now going to a judicial committee. It states, quote, any representative of a public, private, or nonprofit entity who inquires about COVID-19 vaccination status must be fined $14,000 or imprisoned not more than 1 year. It's something co-sponsor Upstate Representative Bill Chumley calls a, quote, freedom and job protection issue.
South Carolina did not want to get in this fight. This fight came from the federal government.
Chumley blames part of the current labor shortage on vaccine mandates and says he and others proposed this law to send a message.
States have a right to impose laws that they want to, and to not impose those that we feel are unconstitutional.
When you work it out practically, how it plays out in the real world, it's insane.
Attorney Jeremy Summerlin says he's not sure the state's rights argument would hold up, especially when merely asking someone's status could result in jail time.
You put employers really in an impossible position.
Summerlin points to hospitals. Would they follow this new state law or the current federal vaccine mandate?
You've got a state law now that says, well, if you ask about that and try to comply with federal law, you're going to jail.
He says enforcement for any entity could also be tricky and a dangerous road to go down.
What if you ask your coworker about their vaccination status and you're just having a conversation? What if you're a nurse and you're asking a fellow nurse about that? Do you want the local law enforcement to go in there and have to arrest them because of this law?
Obviously, still early stages. There's a lot in play here, but Representative Chumley told me South Carolina doesn't ever really make it their business to get involved in private businesses, but they felt the need to do it this time to protect employees' choices. Now, meanwhile, Summerlin tells me that in a state where they really encourage businesses to operate freely and do what they want to do, the argument that many politicians have about vaccine mandates being, quote, government overreach could be the same one that's turned around and used against them with the same logic, because in some views they could be stepping in to tell independent businesses or mandate what medical information they can and cannot ask for. Regardless, a lot to take in, I know. He says if this passes, they anticipate a big legal battle. Back to you.